Hi, it's Kevin. I drive for Werner Enterprises, and you must be watching our YouTube channel. I'm stuck here in Indianapolis waiting for a part, and I've been here 2 days, and it's very, very disheartening to be stuck when you got this nice big truck here ready to make some money, but it is what it is. Some of our subscribers had a question about the per diem and how that works, so I'm gonna try to explain it as much as I can and maybe give you some information that can help you out. Per diem is Latin for per day, and it's meant to address expenses that you incur while you're traveling for work. So it applies to a lot of different jobs and occupations and so on. I used to work installing printing equipment all over the world. The company I worked for gave us the per diem as kind of a meal allowance, so it was sort of a bonus. It was above and beyond our regular pay. That's not quite how it works in trucking. So basically, you're traveling, you're driving your truck, you're going all over the place. You have to spend money for food, meals, maybe you got to stay in a hotel or something like that. So all that stuff the government decided is exempt from taxes. So it's part of your pay, and basically what you'd have to do is save all your receipts, file an expense report. At the end of the year, you'd have to go to an accountant and file all that stuff as deductible and file it on your income taxes, and then wait until next year when you get your refund before you saw the fruits of all that labor. So what happens with Werner is they do it all for you. First of all, they offer you the opportunity to become part of the per diem plan as a benefit, and you don't have to do it. But you have to be qualified. You have to be driving OTR. You have to be away from home for a period of time. In other words, if you drive local and you're home every night, you can't apply. So it's only for people who are away from home. So what they do is they take a portion of your pay and cut it away from your gross earnings on your paycheck. And then your taxes are calculated on what's left. Then before you got your net pay, they put that amount back on. So that money is not taxed. They do all the paperwork, they do all the filing and everything else, so they're taking all that work from you. You don't have to do it. That's a bonus. That's a lot of time saved. And you still get to have that per diem, that tax deductible money. And there's a limit on it. In the United States, it's $52 a day for truck drivers, but you have to be away from home. It's not calculated for any time that you're at home. It's only for the days that you are away from home and you got paid. So the good part is you don't have to collect receipts, you don't have to file returns and expense reports, and you don't have to wait until next year to see the financial benefit. You see it every week on your paycheck. That's all great. That's a really good thing. The other things you need to know about this, though, is the government wants 1 cent per mile as a fee. And Werner tries to stay neutral. They're not benefiting from this at all. They're doing it as a favor to you. So they take that 1 cent from your pay to make up for that 1 cent they have to pay the government. So you're actually losing 1 cent per mile off your pay. But by the time you get that tax-free money added onto your check, you're actually ahead more than that 1 cent. So the benefit is your net pay is a little bit higher, and somebody else is doing all the work to do it. So it's not a bad thing. The thing to think about, though, is you're paying less money into Social Security. Maybe when you're in your 20s and 30s, that doesn't concern you that much. You've got like 40 years still before you have to worry about retirement and what your Social Security is going to be. And maybe you figure you're gonna advance in life and make more and more money. Your Social Security is going to be fine by the time you retire. Me, I'm going to be retiring in 6 or 7 years, so I'm starting to think about what I'm going to have to live on afterwards. So one thing you want to do is make sure you put money into an IRA or a retirement, a 401k, something. and make it an automatic deduction from your bank account or from your pay, so you don't even see it. You don't have to consciously go every month or every week and say, here's the money I'm going to put away for retirement. It's just set it up as an automatic deduction and don't worry about it. But because you're paying less into Social Security, you're going to get less when you retire from the government. So you got to kind of hedge that. You know, you got to think ahead. So do the math and figure out what works best for you, and make sure you're covered for when you retire. The per diem is not a bad thing. I was a little miffed about it when I first saw the numbers and signed on and saw how it was working and everything, because I remember the good old days when I was a technician traveling all over the world and getting that money as sort of a bonus. One of my buddies would go out and eat street food. He'd get like $2 tacos and stuff like that wherever he was, and bank all that bonus per diem money, that meal allowance, and he came out way far ahead, and he got to hang out with the locals too. But the thing is, that's not really how it was meant to work, and this is still a good plan. So give it some thought, do the math, think about what's right for you. That's all I have to say for now. So keep on trucking and take care out there. Be safe. All right. Bye-bye.